You're in pain, you're insane, I can tell by what you're saying. You know that famous Dax lyric? Dax is my favorite rapper. Anyways, all my life my mom tried to get rid of me in very different ways. Like, it all started in 2004 when I was born, and 4 years later in 2008 my parents divorced, so I couldn't see my dad anymore. So, for a few reasons, my mom sends me and my brother to a foster home. She was probably sick of us, she was probably stressed, or maybe she just wanted to hang out with someone or have quality time with someone else. I don't really know. That might be the reason, but I don't know. So most of the time it was as a punishment. Like if we did something bad or whatever, they'd send us to a foster home. But yeah, I think it started in like 2008 or something. I'm not sure. So we moved in a house where the foster parents lived upstairs, but they were two different houses. My mom would send me and my brothers there all the time. I spent more time with the foster family than my own mom when we lived at that house. Like, honestly. And, like, I get that being a single mother is hard, but getting, like, removed from our own home was just, like, the worst thing you could do to us. It's probably one of the worst feelings I've ever had. And I remember the worst day I've ever had, and it was at a foster home, but it was at a different one. At the foster's family place, we weren't allowed to play video games, and they fed us dinner until they decided, oh, a single bun will be okay, because like their daughter is like allergic to gluten or something. That we would be fed like a single gluten-free bun for dinner or something. I don't know. They got really minimalist on dinner eventually. Like, I appreciate them making dinner for us, but then they just kind of stopped. And we couldn't eat anything from the fridge at all, from what I remember. And I remember when I got candy from Valentine's Day, and the foster dad took it away for no fucking reason. He probably ate it fucking all. That really pissed me off, honestly. Last time I was at the foster family's place was 2015, where they moved farther out in the city and had a farm. And it was so boring. That farm was so boring. There was nothing to do. And honestly, I did not like the vibes at all. Just the vibes I get from being in a foster home is just really, really powerful, really fucking sad, like pathetic almost. Like it's a deep feeling of sadness getting removed from your own home. Um, there was like nothing to do there, not even work. Not that we wanted to work anyways, but there was like literally nothing we could do. I was probably like 10 or 11 last time we went there. And yeah, we couldn't play video games at all. And I didn't have a phone at the time, so there was literally like nothing to do at all. I remember I got out of the foster home easily by having an asthma attack, and they took me to the hospital and then back to my mom's. So that was a pretty easy way out of it, honestly. I last saw anyone from the foster family in 2021 when I worked at Staples because they were shopping there. They were proud of me at least, but I honestly never liked them because like I associated them with like bad memories of getting removed from my own house. They were strict as fuck. Like I remember a birthday party I had where I invited my best friend to the foster family's part of the house years before they moved, and I got so much Lightning McQueen stuff. It was pretty fun, even though overall bad vibes because I was with the foster family, right? I can't believe I even introduced my friend to the foster family. I don't think he even knows that they were a foster family because I never told him. I never told him that most of the time I was living with a foster family. But I remember at that birthday party when I got so much Lightning McQueen stuff. Eventually, the foster mom's biological son started crying because he was jealous. So he really cried out of jealousy to make me feel bad. So I gave him a single Lightning McQueen toy. It was like a little tiny, like, micro racer Lightning McQueen toy. And my friend told me not to, and I honestly shouldn't have. Because, like, shouldn't they be providing for me? What little they provided and then now I'm providing for their fucking son that's like way younger than me. They should be dealing with that themselves. Anyways, most of the time me and my brothers spent at the foster family's place was on the trampoline. And I remember one time I landed on my neck and it hurt for the entire day. I was like trying to crack my neck to like make it feel better or something, but what if I accidentally snapped my neck and fucking died? That would have been crazy. I could have snapped my neck on the trampoline. I wonder if incidents like that ever happened. I did have a trampoline incident before, but this was long after the foster family saga. But me and my little brother used to play this game where I was Mario and he was Mr. Toad, a made up character we made for the game. And Mr. Toad would teach me new moves on the trampoline, even though my brother, who was Mr. Toad, is way younger than me, maybe by like 2 years. But I guess I was like really stupid because I couldn't come up with trampoline moves, but Mr. Toad did. Anyways, he was Mr. Toad because Toad was his favorite character, and I was Mario because I just have to be Mario. Like I told you, the time I cried at like some sort of like party because they were playing New Super Mario Bros. Wii and I couldn't be Mario. Like I just had to be Mario, you know. I had a strong connection with Mario. But I remember there was this other foster home my mom would send me and my brothers to. I think it was like 2012. It was 2013 or something. It was different. It was like a mansion. It was huge and it was honestly like really creepy. And we would stay upstairs, the very top floor. There was 3 floors, and it was honestly like really creepy. Like that place was really creepy. And I remember this dad hated us because we didn't want to play with his son, and he just despised us. He would like he wouldn't necessarily curse us out, but he would curse us out in like a way without swear words, like punish us or something, even though there was no punishments made. You get what I'm saying? But yeah, that's my experience with foster homes. Foster homes, like, I get their purpose, but like, when you're removing a child from his own home that he wants to stay, that's just like really, really evil, honestly. Like, I guess it was necessary. I guess for the time, I'm not sure. I'm a little fuzzy on the details because last time I talked to my mom about that, she was like, "You still remember that?" Like it was some joke. Like, yes, I remember the one of the worst parts of my life, one of the worst parts of my childhood. Of course, I remember that. So yeah, like I get their purpose, but like I do not side with foster homes when it comes to just removing families, just separating families, just cause, you know.